We're going to be doing a power steering box today. We tried to do this the other day. These lines look like we could save them, the lines that come off the box, but it looks like the paint was kind of deceiving. Once we like tried to break them free there, the lines were seized in there, so we didn't want to go any further because we didn't have the lines. We couldn't get them locally. So here we are, take two. So we're gonna start by popping the lines off the top and draining some fluid out of it. Obviously, if you're trying to save your lines, you don't want to do this. We got new lines already, so we're good. Of course, the nut or the head of the bolt is a different size. Box out. Just get the equipment arm off. We'll be ready to start reassembling a new one. Never had one come off like that. Nice. always be lubricated.
So what is that? Grease?
Yeah, it's just a multi-purpose like lubricant.
Oh,
Grease.
I thought it was a sealant.
Oh no. Valid question then if you thought it was a sealant.
I thought so too. Are you gonna be on YouTube?
It's gonna be fun. Should do the bottom one first.
Well,
Not sure yet. Every day I'm working on it.
you enjoy wrenching though, don't you?
Yeah. Always like. Found it interesting. Most times. I do hear what you're saying, like tight spaces and getting your hands in and knuckle busting. Some stuff the way it's put together is just like asinine. We got the new stuff in, we got the steering box in, all the new lines. The new steering box is a little bit off from the last one. The steering wheel doesn't appear to be straight. So we're gonna have to adjust the drag link, which is right here. We'll loosen these clamps, turn this one way or the other, and it will adjust our steering wheel. We know our tire's already straight, so we're gonna just try to base it off that, and then we might have to tweak it a little bit after, but we'll see how that goes.
Stay tuned.
There's a loose, so this should just spin. Probably need a big pipe wrench on it. I'm not really getting much out of it. How's she driving, bud?
Way better.
Beautiful. Steering wheel looks pretty straight. Straight down the road.
As I go by the house.
Hello. So the reason we determined that truck needed a power steering box, we basically isolated to that. There was definitely a steering problem with the truck. You'd be driving it down the road. It'd want to go left and right. It wouldn't want to find straight. It definitely felt like it was just pulling left or right. You couldn't go straight down the road. What can happen a lot of times is a severely bad alignment. If your caster angle's wrong, if your toe angle's wrong, but this didn't look like the case in this truck. We actually pulled the tie rods off and we pulled the drag link off. We made sure that both sides were free of binding. We moved by hand, you know, the left tire, left to right, all the way. It was nice and free on both the left side and the right side. All the steering components were recently done, so none of those were binding. And with everything disconnected from the pitman arm, we could actually turn the steering shaft and find one really stuck spot on that steering box. There was something wrong inside of that, right in about the center where the steering wheel is supposed to be centered. So we determined it needed a steering box because of that. But I've never seen that before. It was a first for me. Typically that kind of issue is like wicked bad alignment, or you know, you have a seized ball joint or something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little background on what we found when we were looking into that. One last note I wanted to make in this video, we adjusted the steering wheel with the drag link. And now if your steering wheel's off a lot, you may not want to do that because you'll lose a tiny bit of like full lock steer. Basically what you're doing is taking that steering box and making it so it's going more one way than the other, if that makes any sense. So sometimes the adjustment may be better off to make by popping the steering wheel off and doing that. But yeah, in this one, we didn't do that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was kind of a short, silly one, but we'll be adding more as we go. Getting back to the Ford pretty shortly hereafter. See you next time.